Hello, I'm Gregor McIntyre of Faifley Parish Church. On Sunday we had some time to think about the story of Jesus healing the royal official's son. This event comes immediately on the heels of last week's story. There we finally heard of Jesus spending 2 days in the town, Sychar, of the woman he met at a well. After those 2 days, he's immediately back on the road and back into Galilean territory. John wants just to drop in on us a phrase that Jesus must have used. A prophet is never honoured in his own town. There in Cana of Galilee, that's the reminder immediately we get to learn Jesus is in Galilee. When we are told the Galileans welcome Jesus. Is that a contradiction? Or is it John being careful so that we really pay attention to what happens in the town of Cana? That was where Jesus' first miracle was, the turning of water into wine. Now, with all the adulation for that and all the stories that have followed him from his appearance in the temple in Jerusalem, the Galileans are full of welcome because they want to see what he will do there. They want to lay claim on him being a hometown boy. You know, Joseph's lad, Mary's son. I used to live beside him. He used to do work for me. All those kind of claims on Jesus being put. Instead of he's the one I believe in. He's the fulfillment. There, he's the Lamb of God. That's how the gospel begins. But it's not how it keeps going in Cana. A royal official, somebody close to Herod Antipas, finds a way through the crowd, waiting for that miracle, and asks, "Come with me. My son is near to death. Unless you people see signs and wonders, you will never believe." Now there he's speaking to everybody present. And either he's comparing all of them with this one man who is, by belonging to Herod's circle, outside of polite good company, rich he might be but not thought well of. This man, look at him and see what he asks. Or it might be a test for this royal official, as he pushed his way to the front using his usual prerogative of getting what he wants as a royal connection. Or has he come as a pilgrim, a supplicant, to the great rabbi and miracle worker who can do something? If it's for the first reason, joining in the desire of all the Galileans to see another miracle, to be able to tell one another, "I was there," then they're very sorely disappointed. Because Jesus answers the request of this desperate father. Outsider, belonging not to the dregs of society, but still to a group of people running that region, whom John the Baptist had no time for, and probably most people would shake their heads at. Jesus now talks to him. I'll bet he dropped his voice to a quiet one-to-one and says, "Go, your son will not die." The man leaves that crowd, confident in Jesus, certain that a miracle has been worked, not because he's seen it, but because he's heard and believed. So confident that he doesn't even go straight home. At 1 o'clock in the afternoon, he could have gotten home, but he doesn't. Whether he's attending to duties or just going home in Cana to be thankful in prayer. Who knows? But it's the next day, on his way back to Capernaum, to see that son, that he's met by servants that say, he's well, all danger is past. When did the fever break? And he's told by those servants, 1 o'clock. We won't see miracles. We won't always get what we want. But we will be heard by Jesus. And we are expected to be people of faith who cling on to him rather than what he does. Examine your own mind and conscience. What do you want from Jesus? Signs and wonders, or a reason to believe? Go with the latter. Many blessings.